Welcome back to another episode of the How'd I Get Here podcast, the podcast for positivity, progression, and finding your own path. It's your co-host, Mr. Brown, broken, guapo, 10 toes down, big head up. That's why I was laughing, because I didn't know what to say. What up?
What up, dude?
Oh, wait, I gotta. It's your 10 toes down, big head up. We got a new camerawoman named Brooklyn. What up?
Ow.
Bars.
Shout out, Brooklyn.
I had to give her flowers in her introduction.
Do you have a nickname?
Be Easy.
BK?
I like Be Easy.
Be Easy? How you spell it? Beazzy?
Ooh. No, because it's some illiterate people out here that'll be like, Bezzy. Hey, Bezzy. Like, nah, bro, it's Be Easy.
Right. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Turn that down a little, bro.
I think my voice just does that. Boom.
Shit. Bro, I've been scared too much in my own home lately, and this ain't it.
Shit, the last 30 minutes. But it's your boy Spence, King Aquarius, Mr. 20%, Faux Dog. Damn, so let's just have a moment of silence because Ash isn't with us today. I'm sorry. Wrong button.
That's crazy. Ash, we miss you, girl.
Facts. She's out here gallivanting in these streets, doing whatever.
Frolicking in the flowers.
Right. In the wintertime, you know.
Who she thinks she is. That's normally my job.
Right. So, greatly missed. It's just not the same without her. But we're going to try to make do with what we got. But y'all know how we kick it out each and every
How you doing today, bro?
How am I doing? I'm cooling. It's the beginning of the year. I haven't drank alcohol for real in weeks.
Hit him with the hand clap.
Yeah.
In weeks?
In weeks, yeah. It's definitely. So I had a shot New Year's at midnight. Other than that, I haven't been out drinking in 2.5 weeks.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah, it's cool. Been doing a lot of reflecting, spending time with myself, listening to music, journaling, just ready to hit this year full steam ahead. Got a lot of goals, got a lot of ambitions. And a nigga about to be 33 in a month.
Damn.
Damn. 30. Yeah, I'm about to be 33 in a month.
You know Jesus died when he was 33, and so did Nipsey.
Damn.
Not saying that.
I was gonna say, I don't know what to do with this information, but yeah. So I think I also should probably take dating seriously at this point, right?
Ooh, interesting. for the love of Spencer.
Hey yo,
let's make it a podcast short.
We should do. So we've been flirting with this idea, but we really need to do a speed dating event, and well, there's a couple of events that we need to do, but we definitely need to, maybe we do that for Valentine's Day. For all the single folk, you ain't booed up with nobody. We have a Valentine's Day speed date event. I'm gonna throw that out there now.
Valentine's Day happy hour.
Ooh, yeah. Because that's actually, it's funny. This leads into my question because, obviously all these holidays and shit is really for capitalism, but what do single people do for Valentine's Day?
Order Chinese food and watch movies.
You answered that really quick.
Yes. Well, this will be my first Valentine's Day in probably 3 years. Not,
celebrated.
Yeah, but that's wild.
I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for my friend to be in a better position 2025 February 14th for everyone inquiring.
That's come on, bro.
He had nothing to do with what I just said. This was on my own accord. You got a problem, you know where to find me.
Literally. But when I was in college, And prior to that, I would always order Chinese food and watch movies.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
you weren't a ladies' man in college? I don't know if I can like believe that.
Just because I was a ladies' man, I wasn't spending my time with y'all. Like, it's Valentine's Day. Like, I wasn't making you feel like you were loved. Like, Valentine's.
You sound like me. Like, hey, yo.
No, like, if you ain't shorty, then what are we spending Valentine's Day for together?
I think sometimes people just need like that emotional connection. You know what I think, like in my big age, now that like I've been, I guess, spending more time with women platonically, like as friends, like I realize y'all really be about the aesthetic more than like
How shit seems.
Yeah, because like I see like a lot of people compromising themselves and like to certain degrees just for the aesthetic, like just so their perception looks good, even though the reality might be shit on the back end. So I didn't know if you were partaking in that, and you were
Nah.
He said, nah, you could be sad by your damn self.
Yeah, but even to that point, it's like Valentine's Day, one of them things that it's like, I should be loving you every day. You know what I mean? Aww. Like, going above, beyond, doing all that cute shit, everything. So, like, will I just to, like you said, partake in this facade and put up this appearance? Cool. Absolutely. But the way I love somebody, you feeling this shit 365. Okay, probably 345, because we done argued a couple times in there and you done got on my nerves, but
that's deep. Yeah, I'm definitely getting soft in my big age. I ain't gonna hold you.
You like people? You gonna have Valentine's this year?
I doubt it.
Oh,
like if so, I'd be shocked. like somebody come out the woodwork. Like, my Valentine.
They gotta ask you.
I don't know who's running right now. So
so then if a shorty, hypothetically speaking, you got shorties, right? What are we doing for Valentine's Day?
If I was a player and I had multiple?
You got shorties, hypothetically, if you were a player, right?
Hypothetically.
Right, hypothetically. Right? One of your shorties says, what are we doing for Valentine's Day? Spencer, what are we doing for Valentine's Day?
If I had multiple shorties, I'm probably busy. I'm like, I'm not doing anything with any of y'all. Unless it's the main one. Like, because there's always a main one, right? So, like, the main one would get the attention and the other ones would be like, yeah, if I'm a ain't shit playing ass nigga, again, like, this is a hypothetical, not at my big age, then I'm busy and I don't take part in capitalistic holidays. Okay. I'll send you something like on DoorDash or something. Like I'll DoorDash you a fuzzy from CVS.
Listen, sometimes it's the little cute stuff that matters. Cute stuff goes a long way. Just, bro, a lot of these times these women just want to know they're being thought of. Shit, me. I posted something the other day, right?
You just want to know you're being thought of?
There was a little I'm soft. Be easy. If you ain't know, I'm Puerto Rican and I'm a Libra, so I'm emotional, right? There was this meme that said, I bought it because you said you liked it, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I remember you said you liked it, so I bought it. That was the meme, right? Little shit like that. You know, you coming over, you were at the store, you remember my favorite snack, or you know that I like this kind of crumble, so it was on the menu, you bought it. You know, like little stuff like that's like, oh, you think about me. It's cute.
I did this the other day.
Not to me.
Not to you. To somebody. I ordered a very specific Chinese dish. Like I ordered these 3 things. It was scallion pancakes, soup dumplings, and then I ordered like these spicy wontons because I fuck with them. But the scallion pancakes and the soup dumplings, someone put me on to them. So I was just like, send the picture. I didn't send a caption, like a text or anything. I just sent the picture, like slid.
Oh, I thought you sent it to them.
I did.
Not the picture, the actual food.
Oh, no.
See that would have been player. That would have been cute.
A nigga was hungry. Oh, yeah. If me and this person were like on good terms,
Right. Or even if like I go over, right, and you remember my Chinese food order. You know, little shit like that to me is cute. You know, it shows, because I done been around plenty of motherfuckers that I don't remember the little details because I don't care to remember. You gonna remember the little details if you care about this person.
I don't like that. I don't like that connotation because my memories suck.
But there's little nuances even about me that you're like, nah, I know this is how you are.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I like to think I matter to you.
No.
You know what I mean? So there's little nuances, like even when B-Eazy walked into the office, the studio today, because we're not at my house, right? And you were like, oh yeah, this is a shoe-off household. Like, you know that I want people to take... You get what I'm saying? Little things like that.
That's fair. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. The problem with having technology in front of you is I got a text and I was just like,
I looked down at my phone and said, I didn't get a text.
nah.
What that kind of brings us into the topic of today of influence, right? What could... that was crazy because... Oh, that was your foot.
Yeah, it was my ankle.
I thought you were going to be like, yo, how are you about to spin this connection? But what could influence you? What could make you want to be in a relationship?
What can make me want to be... So, I'm a big picture person. So, it's like, it's not that I don't want to be in a relationship. Like, I have to be... It has to be the right person, right temperament. They have to have the right priorities, character traits, integrity. I got to be able to trust them. Trust is a big word for Elmo. But I mean, my end goal of wanting to have a family and have as many kids as I can afford and like leave behind a legacy. That's
okay,
like
Nick Cannon.
Nah. Like, I'm actually like, I want to be involved in all my kids. Like, my boy got like 20 of them things. Ain't no way. Like, you can't spread yourself that thin. And you have a whole business like job that's on tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that is what like actively influences me in general. So like, I don't know, if you have like an end goal for me, like if I have an end goal and I know what I want long term, like anything in the interim that I'm doing, like hopefully is going towards that. This is why I stopped drinking so much, because if the people who know I was on a bender. And you know what's fucked up about it? Just like side note, every time I bring it up, everyone's like, shh, have you been? I'm like, y'all ain't shit.
Well, because you know what it is, bro. We done heard since like last year July. After this weekend I'm gonna chill out. And then like midweek you're like, oh, I gotta go to his birthday party and then this cookout, bro. I done never met a dude that celebrated so many birthdays in a year, bro. My man was in this state, and granted, I'm not judging you. Yeah. You know I don't care. But then I see you and you be like this, bro. The weekend that I just had is like, yes, we know, we are aware.
Wildin', yeah,
we're aware.
Shit, B-Eazy's was one of the birthdays I celebrated.
Well, I wasn't invited.
I don't think she knew you.
You know me. You could have been like, yo, I got this cool guy. Cool guy. Isn't that the meme that's going around right
I'm
now?
just a cool guy.
I'm just
I'm just a chill guy.
Chill guy. Sorry, I don't know what the kids be saying. So what does influence? How do you define influence yourself?
How do I define influence? Damn, I like a Webster dictionary.
I'm one step ahead of you, but I want your definition first.
I don't know, something that impacts my decision mentally, emotionally, or physically.
Ooh. That wasn't far off.
Hey!
The capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself is the definition of influence. Are you an easily influenced person?
I enjoy being under the influence. Does that count? Like, but no, hell no. I mean, you know how hard it is.
No, yeah.
People tell me this. People, I don't know what it's been like. This transition, this last fourth quarter into the new year, people have just been telling me about myself, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool.
I saw you post that today.
I'd be oblivious to shit?
Yeah, and I was like, that's growth.
Yo, somebody was painting a very vivid picture of like the last year and
Of like your last year?
Of like our last year, like knowing each other.
Oh, okay.
And the perspective difference was so off. And as they were explaining things, I was like, oh shit. Like, and I try to be someone who like understands what's happening in the moment and like, again, big picture, but I was aloof.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, what did I? And then they had to like paint the picture for me, and I was just like, oh.
This is what's been going on. You've been part of a Ponzi scheme?
Yo, facts. We did rob a bank.
I don't think I'm an easily influenced person, but I do think that I value the opinions of people around me maybe a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we were talking about this the other day. You got to have the right counsel.
Right. And that's where it becomes interesting, because I know that the people around me have my best interests, and I know that they care about me. But at the end of the day, one, I have the final say, and I think people generally know how I feel or my emotions, but it's one of those things that's like, I'm the one presently living here. You know what I mean? So that's where it's like, yeah, you're right, you're saying this, but maybe I got to go through this, or maybe I got to feel this, or...
So, is that being stubborn? Because I feel the same way. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, sometimes people will tell me whatever the easier route is, or like how things should be done, but I also have a visualization in my head of like how I want to do it, and sometimes I just want to do it, you know?
I think it could partially be stubbornness, but I also think it could be pride. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be wrong. So if you're telling me like, Jacob, this person is not good for you, this job's not good for you, that food's not good for you,
you're not good for me.
You're like
start lashing out,
projecting, but it's like now you're hitting my ego, because who's strong enough to hear that they're wrong? You get what I'm saying? So now I've not only got to bite the bullet that you're telling me that I'm wrong, but I've also got to bite the bullet that I'm wrong, and that okay, there needs to be change.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's not enough to just be like, hey, you're wrong, but keep pushing on. Like, if I'm telling you you're wrong, it's because, yo, I see it from someone that loves you, and so on and so forth.
So, because I definitely know me, I guess, you got to catch me at the right time to have a dialogue like that with me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how do people set the stage to tell you these things? Yo, nigga, you fucking up.
You know what? That's part of it, but you also have to be receptive of it.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So, like,
because I had, where I've been lately, you know how you said, like, people been telling you about yourself lately?
Yeah.
I've been more of the sense of like, if people are bringing something to my attention, right? Whether I agree or disagree, your feelings are somewhat valid. You get what I'm saying? Like, you feel this way. If you be like, yo, Jacob, what you did really bothered me, that could have not been my intention, right? Mm-hmm. But the feeling of you being bothered is still there. So I cannot take that away from you. So what I've been trying to be more open to,
because then you start gaslighting.
Right. And then now we're arguing, right?
Right.
So now what I've been trying to, hey, Jacob, you did this, or you made me feel that. Okay, cool. And not even in like a condescending way, but damn, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. That was not my intention. Or if someone's pointing out something I did, I could see how that was annoying. You know what I mean? And if I feel the need to be like, explain, hey, this is where I was really coming from, cool, but at the end of the day, be receptive to other people's point of views, and maybe that's another form of influence.
It is. I think my initial reaction, and probably most people's initial reaction, but like, is when if someone gives you a perspective on your actions that which was outside of your intention, you immediately want to be like, oh my God, that's not how I meant it. Like, da da da.
You get defensive.
Yeah.
Because your pride is hurt again.
Exactly. And then you start disqualifying their feelings, which I'm definitely guilty of that. Because I'm just like, why the fuck you like, who, like, if you know me, why would you ever take it in that context? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, that's still, it's not nice, I guess. But I mean,
but you got to be okay. So on the flip side, and I don't even know if this has anything to do with what you were just saying, but as a friend, right? How do you? And you kind of just said it. You got to know when to have that dialogue with me, right? Mm-hmm. As a friend, I'm the friend. How do I know when to call you on your shit, right? Or have the courage to call a friend out on their shit or bring something to their attention without it turning into a thing. Because I feel like if we're friends, if I'm doing something that you really don't like, I should be able to go up to you and be like, yo, Spencer, this shit wasn't cool. You know what I mean? And we could have a dialogue about it. And that's...
Yeah, I guess to your point, it's all about how you go about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because nobody wants to be outed or embarrassed in front of, like, other people. So, like, if someone's doing some fuck shit in the moment, like, do you call them out immediately or do you wait till later? You know what I'm saying? I think... I don't know if I have the right answer because I like to catch people at the right time in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a lot of hustle and bustle and I know you got a lot going on and like maybe the dialogue needs to be had, but you're not in a space where you can actually digest the information given, then to me it's a waste of time. And I'm big on not giving like unwarranted criticism, because like one thing I can't stand, like especially if I don't really,
who asked you?
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of if you in the gym and you benching wrong and somebody just comes up like, yo, you know, like your form is off, da da da. Immediately you just like, bro, fuck off. And again, like to your point, that's probably like a pride and ego thing, but it's just like, nigga, I don't want to hear that shit right now. Like, I don't care. Does it sound like I'm going in and out, or is that just me?
You sound fine to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the 2 layers I have under my.
You can like the ski mask up and rob somebody.
Yeah, nah, this is not the shiesty.
No, I know, I peep. But I think it is definitely an ego thing. I think going into this year, I want to be open to things because I know I'm not perfect. And there were a lot of people in 2024 that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
A lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. You don't even know it.
And that's the thing. So it's one of those things like if you at our big ages of 33 almost and 32, right? If you can't have a dialogue, just having a dialogue doesn't mean confrontation. Especially if we're friends,
right?
You know, and especially if this conversation is coming from a place of love.
Yeah, and you got to be mindful. Again, be mindful of the person and be mindful of ethnicities. Some motherfuckers is just loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was funny. I was chilling with my peoples and they're Guyanese. Yo, this little girl, she a grown woman, but she's short. She's 4'11", was the loudest person I've ever heard in my life. And I'm just like, why are you screaming? Right? Like, we're all right here yelling. Like, I'm telling you, like, old boy would hear it on the 3rd floor. But, yeah, my thing about it is... because I be sparing people And in my head, like, part of me is like, I don't know if that's my job to spare people, you know, especially like if we're friends and your loved ones, like people don't realize how much the shit is filtered before it actually comes out of my mouth.
But it's like you just said, who asked you? You know what I mean? My thing is like, you know how I am. So, sometimes I think, me personally, I over ask. You know what I mean?
Over ask, like, for what?
Opinions and advice and things you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I asked too, because people not gonna give them, like, because again, there's got to be some type of balance of like accountability, because I do want my friends to be able to speak up. Like, you have earned the right, because you're part of my friend group, to like say and do certain things, but also, you know what? If you're gonna open that door, you got to take the good with the bad. You know, some things are gonna be valid, some things aren't gonna be valid. But you also
got to be receptive to it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
because what I noticed, and not even about you, like we said earlier, when having these conversations, a lot of times, because someone feels attacked, they're not even hearing what you're saying. Right.
They're focused on the one thing that you brought up.
You stroked the ego.
Yeah.
You got me. You saw me. Mm-hmm. Now am I wrong? Am I bad? Like, nobody said all that.
Now I gotta move away.
Damn.
I'm funny.
So what is your whole price? You know, like, yeah.
My whole price?
Yeah, like what is your price of something? Like, how far are you willing to go? You know what I mean? Like work, relationships, friends, like, how much can somebody persuade you to do something you might not normally do? Like, does love come into that? Like, you a big guy.
Yeah.
You have no business jumping out of planes. Facts. But if your shorty came and said, "Bae, I love you," blah 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 blah.
No. I'm not jumping out of.
Well, there go your whole price. You ain't jumping out of planes.
Well, like, the thing is, like, I'm not. No matter how much money you gonna offer me, like, I know there's a weight limit to the fucking.
Okay, parachute. That might have been a bad example.
Okay, yeah,
but you get what I'm saying. Like, what
you give me a specific thing, because like, because obviously my brain is thinking about a bunch of different things right now.
Damn, you put me back on the spot. I'm just trying to think. What is something that you would not normally do for a partner? Something simple. What's something you normally wouldn't do at a job? Okay, bam, I got you.
Bet.
To my understanding, the job you have now, without disclosing too much information,
yeah,
you guys have territories. Right. Somebody comes up to you, and territories, if I'm not mistaken, kind of dictates how much money you have and so on and so forth. To an extent, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, right? Just
it's where you go attack. Yeah.
Right. That's where you go make your bread, whatever. Mm-hmm. I come in. I'm new, right? So I need these new... Yo, Spencer, I know Hartford's your territory, but I grew up in Hartford, and I know I could go make money there, right?
Yeah.
And maybe this is a bad example, but let me get Hartford off your territory. But that also means you make less money.
Oh, I'm not doing that. Like, what would I do for that?
Yeah, what would I have to... Do you get the question of like, how far are you willing to go for something you wouldn't normally do?
Have you heard Cam Newton's story? Of like, what was his number? Was it number 2?
Cam was 1.
He was 1? Okay. I forgot the number that he wanted was not number 1. And I forgot, like, somebody on their team, it might have been like number 7 or some shit. He's like, "Hey man, you know, that's been my number forever." Like, see what number he was in college. He's
so
like,
he was 1 in the NFL.
Yeah.
And 2 in college.
Okay, got it.
So got you.
So yeah, he wanted to be number 2. Old boy said, like, "Yeah, you give me $1 million." He's like, "Fuck you and that number." You know what I'm saying? Like, because $1 million for my number, like, but also I know, like, when it comes to sports, like I'm not giving up my number.
So funny story.
Yeah.
Freshman year, get to Madai, right?
Yeah.
all the returners get their numbers, right? Mm-hmm. And then as you go down, whoever's left,
you get what you get,
right? And you get a new number if you don't want your number from last year, right? This guy named Shane Ramage.
I remember
Shane Ramage.
Shane, I hope you're listening.
Yes, because I remember this. So it got down to the point where it was sophomores, transfers, and freshmen. Obviously, freshmen pick last.
Right.
So sophomores get their number, and I'm like, damn, bro. 24, like, I wore 24 all through high school.
Oh,
like,
okay.
24 was my number. Kobe wore 24 because of me, actually, right? Okay. R.I.P. Big Dog. Right. So he looked at me and goes, you're a freshman. You don't get what you want. Took 24 and walked away. And I was like, dog, first of all, I'll smack the shit out of you because you ain't going to talk to me like that. You don't know me.
Right.
But it's not that deep. But it was that deep. You know what I mean? And sure enough, I'm going to be like, yo, here's $100. But $100 in college, like, whatever, right?
Right.
I wore 15 and I've been wearing 15 ever since. And that's how 15, like, became my number. Like, the number picked me.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? But 24, kind of like the Cam Newton story. Obviously, there wasn't no money involved. Yo, look at that. And he was not. You're a you know, he was trying to be that, like, dominant, like, I'll punch you dead in your mouth.
Bro, that is... And I try not to talk too much about it, especially on the podcast. But that's what Greek life is about too. The reason why I'm bringing it up is that people who cross before you, they be having the biggest chip on their shoulder. And I get it, but it's just like, bro, woo-sa. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we all here.
It's not like I don't want to take it away. Like, it's not that deep because, like, I definitely pay respect and homage to people who came before me, but it's also just like, this doesn't mean you get to, like, act a certain way. Like, being a dickhead about 24 is like,
right.
Like, does this number really mean something to you, or are you just being a dick because I'm a freshman? Because sometimes it's just that.
And that's all it was.
Yeah, and
that's all it was.
And to me, I'm just like, yeah, you corny.
Yeah. Is there... Okay, I'm kind of glad you brought up Greek life, and definitely stop me, like, if, you know, whatever.
Throw a shoe if it happened.
But you obviously crossed because I got to not be careful how I say it, but I want to word it correctly. Like, you liked the life that it offered. Like, you know, you liked the networking, you liked the morals, the things that came with your org, right? So... Is that not a form of influence?
Oh, for sure.
You get what I'm saying? And you adapted that to your lifestyle to make you a better person.
Yes. So it's like, I mean, I would be lying if I said, like, being the bruz, like, the influence that comes with being a man of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
You said that shit smooth. That shit just rolled off the tongue like a bad lyric, bro.
It, like, yeah, I would be lying if I didn't say, like, it doesn't come with, like, a certain influence both in the community and, like, worldwide, like, politically.
Right.
But but to that point, right, I specifically chose the bruz because I liked the influence I saw that they were giving to others in the community, and just so happened to be me as well, compared to, like, anyone else, right? So, like, to me, it was a great influence. Like, I used to say this all the time, like, yeah, I need better friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need better friends who are like-minded, who, like, you could talk about ambitious things and they don't think that you're being what the fuck is it called? They don't think that you're being, like, cocky or, like, arrogant or something. So, like, that is important. But I mean, the opposite of that is, like, shit, joining a gang. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And it's funny because, like, I know people who are in gangs, and, like, it was specifically for the influence. You know what I'm saying? I think for the most part, people would say that gangs are a bad influence on the community, but I also understand the survival, like, mechanism that comes with being in the gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have a sense of community, you don't have family, and you're just fighting for your life, like, yeah, like, I'd rather do this with some other people than just do it by myself.
So to you, in that light, it's a positive influence.
Right. Like, I could see why it'd be a positive, but like grand scheme type of thing is like, it's not a lot of longevity in gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? So it can't be that positive, but an influence nonetheless. But to answer your question, yeah. Being the bros is definitely an influence. It's like, I mean, playing soccer too. You know what I'm saying?
And that's low key where I was gonna go with it, because I think at our age now, I think we are. I don't want to say we know who we are, because I was actually thinking about it the other day. Like, who am I? You know what I mean? And that's another conversation for another time. But leading up to this point, a lot of the influences that I've had, you know, have created who I am. Positive and negative, right? I look at my bitch ass stepdad, right? Who you
hate the Eagles,
bro? Facts. And the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
But I also know what not to be as a human, as a stepdad, as a certain point, because of you. That negative experience, and maybe it wasn't negative because I now know who I want to be and not be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My dad, great dad, right? I know, positive influence. You get what I'm saying? I take all these things from certain people. I look at my cousin Andy, who has 2 kids that are his, and then is a stepdad to 2 other kids. It's like, bro, you don't even date those women anymore, but those are your kids. You know what I mean? And he still takes, I respect that. I see something in that has influenced me to want to take certain traits from you to make me a better person overall.
I mean, also shout out to Andy, like, whether he's doing it consciously or not, like, him also knowing, like, hey, I've had an influence on these kids' lives. Like, it would be fucked up for me to just, like, rip myself out of their life just because me and whoever aren't getting along. So, you know, like, and it's funny, too, because, shoot, sometimes your loved ones be... And, like, as we're talking about it, I'm like, is there such thing as a negative influence? Because I think it's all perspective. Like, it could be, like, a bad person could still be a positive influence on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, the example I want to use could actually get us canceled. But let's just say there was a Cheeto-looking presidential candidate
4-5
who might not be the best person in the world, but influential nonetheless. I used to say this all the time.
I think that's actually a great example, especially a day after January 6th.
Right. But wait, there's more, because, you know, gotta get a little razzle dazzle. And I want to preface this by saying I'm not saying this in a negative manner whatsoever. I'm just saying, fact of the matter, objectively, this person was one of the most influential people in the world.
Is.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that guy.
Oh, my bad.
I was going further back. Yeah, fuck it. Hitler.
I knew where he was going with it.
Because I was gonna say Genghis Khan, but like people don't know who that is.
But
you were talking about influence, like,
but and to your point,
yeah,
I have to be careful how I word this, because I'm in no way supporting what he did and practiced and all that. But anyone that can get a whole race of people to believe in what you're saying and follow you, that is
influence.
The definition of it. I didn't say it was good influence.
Right.
You might have been, and again, I have to be careful how I say this, have some sort of good leadership traits.
He was an extremely effective orator.
So I think effective is better.
Yeah.
Because good leader means like you were good, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he was effective in the sense he was able to carry out what he wanted.
Bro, yeah.
And again, not agreeing with or saying what he did was right, but it's like when you look at that is definitely a person of power with a negative influence.
A lot of influence. Which, again, like 2025 is just, it's teaching me every day, especially like the little community of friends that I do have, like, I just can't be around people who have the potential or the possibility to give me like an influence that is off the road of like where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like if you're in a car, like say you're on a road trip with people and like, all right, we're going to Cali. And there's a lot of stops you can make on the way to Cali, but it's just like, like some, like I don't know, a nigga like me, I'm not stopping at a strip club on the way to Cali. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather stop and get some.
Bet?
Huh?
You want to bet?
I'd rather get some banging food. Well, the thing is, you can get some
going to
banging
Atlanta.
food.
That's what I say. You want to bet, bro? Because if we go down to Atlanta,
But like, are you going all the way down to Atlanta to get to
it
Cali?
depends what kind of road trip. We going to San Diego?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, because if we're going to San Diego, you can cut right across the country, or it goes down the south, go through New Orleans, go through Texas.
Yeah, maybe if we gave ourselves like a time limit, because I know it's 32 hours from Wyoming here, so it's got to be what, like 45 to get across.
My homegirl C is actually driving home from Cali right now. Yeah, from
Dolo
with her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her and her boyfriend. And they left 3 days ago, but I'm assuming they're like stopping and
like sometimes like a backseat driver for me, I'm like, shut the fuck up. And it'd be the backseat driver who don't have a car, ain't got no money, like you ain't bring no snacks.
I said, you're just there for the ride.
Yeah, you're there for the ride and like trying to have the most influence.
I think to the point that you were just saying about having the right people around you, I think in that as well, you have to be confident and sure of how you feel first. You know what I mean? And then saying that, the person that I met recently that I was like, oh, before I even wanted to tell you that I met them, I wanted to form my own opinion.
Yeah, which is smart.
You know what I mean? and it's not just because of you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I want to like form my own opinion because I know with the people that I really value, I hold their words so heavy. So I don't want that to sway how I might feel, how I might act, because truthfully, sometimes it will. And I think I need to get back to standing confidently in my morals and my values, but also like my opinion and how I feel. You know what I mean? Because even like I told y'all before, with like previous people that I've been involved with, I've said things and where I might have probably should have stood up for that person or stood up for the situation, I didn't. You know what I mean? Whether which I was saying was right or wrong, it's still like, nah, bro, hold that. You get what I'm saying? And I think in that is where like influence can be negative, even from people that you value and love. You have to be sure of your shit, not just your feelings, but like your morals, your character, your value, to be like, you know what, I'm gonna stand on this.
Yeah. I mean, that's really where innovation and creativity happens. You know, like you don't need to reinvent the wheel, but you also might make a better wheel that no one's seen before. Like you know the metrics to make it, but like no one can make it like you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like because you be cooking. It's kind of like
Do I?
one of my people's because
like that bacon you was cooking.
yo, I got in the car. They're like, "Was you eating pancakes?" I was just like, nah.
Dog, I thought the furnace was on fire. Yo, I'm like, yo, I'm smelling bacon, pancakes. I'm like, nah, bro, are you? Yeah. And the funny shit was when I called you, you picked up the phone laughing.
Yeah.
So you already knew what it was. I'm like, all right, bro. I was ready to turn the heat off, everything. I was like, everybody get out the house.
Yeah, no, you know it's funny because I'm cooking. I'm like, yo, it's getting smoky in here. Like, I feel like I need to get like a little fan or something. But then I was so worried about the bacon. I was also toasting toast in the pan, like a little butter crisp to it. And a nigga forgot about that. So I'm like, fuck. So like between the toast and the bacon, and then you called like 5 minutes later, I'm like, yep. Sound about right.
But you got in the car. They say you making bacon, or were you?
Nah, they was
you
like,
were about
you
to go
smell
on a
like pancakes.
point. You were about to go down.
Nah, I was saying.
I hate when this nigga growl in my ear, bro.
My
Mufasa.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Is it out yet?
Yeah.
It is?
Been out.
Oh, so this could be no line. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. I ain't gonna hold you. See, this is why we need Ash for many other points, but like Ash be keeping us all together.
Ash, we miss you.
Right. Shout out First Lady of the podcast.
First Lady.
Baby, come back. Oh, no. I think I was gonna say something about loved ones being, because I have, like, my parents, for example, like, I know my parents love me. I also know, like, some of the things they try to influence me with, like, that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that isn't for me specifically. You know?
It's interesting because a lot of the times the things our parents or elders in our family try to influence us to, we normally rebel and do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Especially as a kid.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's funny because I specifically remember, because I never took school serious, so my grades always sucked, like probably since the beginning of time. And they were like, I remember my mom one time, she was like, why don't you just get good grades, at least to like get us off your back? Like, you aren't tired of this? I'm like, I guess. Like, oh, really? Like, I've been stubborn since forever. I've been stubborn. Like, my first memory of being stubborn, I remember going to Walmart. I think I've told this story before, but I remember going to Walmart way back in the day when, like, you know, the whole Walmart pictures and shit. Like, they used to take the pictures in the middle of the damn store. And, like, obviously your parents want you to smile. I wouldn't smile for nothing. I'm just like, nope. She said my brothers were running around the aisles, making faces, doing a bunch of shit, trying to get me to smile, but, like, I just didn't want to be there. So I was like, nope, I ain't gonna do it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
My mama used to, because, you know, I'm Puerto Rican, raised in a Catholic household.
Catholic.
So my mama tried to get me to do my confirmation 3 times.
What's that?
One of the sacraments of the Lord. You ever hear the first communion?
Yeah.
Is what you do after the first communion.
Sit down. Don't you eat the
no,
juice of the crackers?
it's like the next step in becoming like
a bona fide Catholic.
Yeah, and like in order to be married, you need all the sacraments and blah blah blah. In order to be married in the Catholic Church.
Oh no.
Truthfully, I don't know all the sacraments, and I don't really know the point of them.
Yeah.
But I know like the first one's baptism, first communion, confirmation. I think confession somewhere in there. But I really don't know. Yeah. So she signed me up for confirmation 3 times, and I chose soccer over confirmation every time. And I get it, you know, the influence of having a relationship with God and belief. And like to this day, people are like, are you religious? Well, I was raised Catholic, but the influence that I took from that is having my relationship with God in my way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna go to church. I'm not. If my lady wants to get married in the church, cool.
I was gonna say, so like, I think about this, like, how are you gonna raise your kids?
So right? I will raise them Catholic because I want them to have that foundation, and I want them to have like the idea of belief and the morals and everything. But as they get older, and if they want to part ways from the church or have their own morals and beliefs, cool. You know, and I think, and I was actually having this conversation the other day, that someone who was really, really religious now, right there, they were like, oh, we're reading the Bible and going to church and doing this and that, doing all that stuff. I told them, I was like, that doesn't make you a better Christian or Catholic than me, right? It just means that is how you practice your faith, and you're stronger in your faith in that way than me.
Right.
But at 32 years old, I also know what's right from wrong.
I sin to remind myself I'm alive.
and they were like, well, how do you know? I was like, because at 32, I know what's right and wrong. And I don't need to go to church on Sunday to tell me what's right and wrong.
Right. So that is actually why, because
Mom gonna be like, damn, this is a religious podcast again. Shout out my man Mom.
He says, is this a religious podcast? See, and that's like one of the things, like that's one of the influences I don't think I agree with, because as a grown ass man, you just said, I'm not going to church, I'm not doing these things. But then when you have kids, you're like, all right, fuck it. For a couple years, I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna bring these little niggas so they get a foundation that I don't uphold.
See, here's the crazy thing. I didn't even say I was gonna bring them to church.
You just gonna make them pray like at the foot of their bed type shit.
There we go.
He said, I'm gonna learn what these things are.
if my lady want to take them to church, me personally, I just don't. I got ADHD. Mm-hmm. You know what it is to sit in a Catholic church at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday?
I ain't gonna hold you and like, don't. Again, this is why we need Ash, because we tiptoeing on getting canceled. Catholic church is boring, y'all. Like, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like, my dad grew up Catholic.
They be singing and they be.
Bro, them hymns is depressing. And like, oh shit. And
see, God don't like ugly.
He said, you
God
better
said,
watch your mouth. Like the hymns and shit that they be singing, like they still use a fucking organ. Like it's not it for me. A Christian church, so it's a little more upbeat, it's a little more lively. The music's better. They got a full band. Not like these people just standing up here
that chose to be up there that think they can sing but can't really.
No, like the thing is, everyone knows you can't sing, but the law of large numbers is like, yeah, we get 20 of y'all niggas together. Like y'all just gotta hit a note.
I can't wait for Ash to see this one. She can be like, right there. That's where I would have told you to shut up. On that note, before we get canceled, yes, religious influence, great.
But so I've always said this. I'm not a very religious person. I'm a very spiritual person. I'll say that. But I do recognize why people need religion.
I agree.
I think it's very important. I think that's fun. I just said this the other day. Like, if I had a time machine, people are like, oh, I'll go back to middle school. I'm going back to whatever BC and I'm starting my own religion, because motherfuckers was giving it up crazy back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, it's just like, yo, listen, if I know how to speak, this shit sound good, like, yeah, come follow me.
Give me 30 sheep, 2 llamas, a dragon.
And I wrote this shit.
Yo,
I'm from the future. I wrote it.
That's nuts.
Sorry.
They gonna be like, he lived to 65. He's a god.
Yo, facts.
He's
black.
All right. On that note, we've been chopping it up for almost 50 minutes now.
Facts.
It's our threshold because we are tiptoeing on that line. Let's do our 15 minutes, our 15 seconds of fame and get it out of here.
Word. You know, I've just gotten so accustomed to Ash being here. It's not the same without her. But no, this was a good episode. Influence is definitely. I mean, shit, we can even spin the block when she gets back. To talk about influence, because I know she got some bars to drop naturally. But
you know what we should have done.
What?
We should have just had her in via Zoom.
I mean, that's a lot of technology and editing that you would have to figure out. But also, we have the hookups and shit for... Yeah, we'll figure that out. But, you know, BK Easy, that's what you call her?
No, Be Easy.
Be Easy.
I think, if that's cool, I don't want to be naming you shit that you're not cool with.
Be Easy.
That's cool.
This was her first time around. If you see better lighting and video, shout out Be Easy. Welcome. Hopefully we didn't scare her off. And she'll be like, yo, these two niggas
never coming back.
These niggas gave me some wine, told me to chill, but they bugging. But my 15 seconds of fame is shit. The year just started, so I mean, I hope everyone's still locked in. It's a little too soon to have any mishaps and be like, all right, well, I'll try again in 2026. So Even if you at the gym, as annoying as you January gym goers are, I hope you stick it out. I hope even at work, if you got some ambitious goals you want to hit, I hope you're locked in. Whatever you want to achieve this year, like, it really is only the beginning. You can start over as many times as you want, but just keep going. Just keep going. Stop stopping.
Yeah. Be easy. If you are down with the Brown, welcome to the team.
Welcome
Whole
to
lot
town.
of gang shit. Spencer, thank you for being here per usual. Ash, can't wait to see you next week. You guys like, share, follow, tell somebody, do something. We got some merch coming very, very soon on our website. Go look at it.
Real quick, before you end this, I have a question that I feel like we should ask on camera. Because someone asked me this earlier, and I'm a big nigga, so you at the grocery store, you and your lady, right?
My hypothetical lady that doesn't
exist. Your hypothetical lady, because we do a lot of hypotheticals here. Y'all be taking us too serious. Yeah, so you at the grocery store with your hypothetical lady, but y'all not standing next to each other per se. Let's say
I'm in the fruit aisle, she by the vegetables.
Stop and Shop in Hartford, on New Park? I bet. So you over by the produce. Mm-hmm. She's over by the fruit. Yeah. Or the chicken and deli and shit, right? Yep. Her ex pull up. Don't know you there. Come up. Smack her on the ass. Give her a hug. Kiss on the cheek.
I'm leaving her. I'm leaving her at the grocery store.
Wait, why are you leaving her?
My bad. Hold on. What was her reaction?
Ooh. She was surprised. She was startled and surprised.
Pleasantly, did she invite, was it or was she upset? And because here's the thing,
because my thing is, if she's not looking and it happened, maybe her first thought is that it's you.
Well, but that's the thing. I gotta take everything into account, right? Because how does she react?
Took too long to get pissed.
Thank you.
For real?
But bro, what if she realizes it's him and she doesn't get mad? Now I gotta pick up cantaloupes, kiwis, apples, and throw them across the produce aisle. I'm not getting arrested for you, so I'm leaving you at Walmart at Stop and Shop.
For real?
If it depends how you reacted.
Okay.
It depends how she reacted.
That's fair.
And then we could talk about it when you get home, or the locks might be changed.
So you're putting a lot of pressure on her for something that just happened out the blue.
No, it's how she reacted. Because then again, why did nigga feel so comfortable to come up to you and do that shit? Still,
it's an ex.
Still,
you ain't got no exes that you can do that to?
No. I'm negative. Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I go up to any of my exes and even look at them the wrong way, I might get hit with a 2-piece.
Oh, so this isn't specific.
Dog. Not 15 seconds of fame.
I'm so glad my boy's single for this Valentine's Day.
This is nuts. In regards to influence, right? All we have to do is strike a nerve. It doesn't have to be a hit, but catch their attention. I quit, bro. I'm done, y'all. That's a wrap on the episode. We're done. Bye.